Hello everyone, this is Mohit Kumar. These are our team members. He's Raghav Goyal, he's Harsha Loke, Saurabh Naran. Today our topic of presentation is Matani Pachedi of Gujarat, which is also known as Kalamkari of Gujarat. Okay, it's a traditional craft. It is said that it is traditional craft where gods come alive. Next slide. Okay. Uh, as the name suggests, it revolves around goddess Mata. Uh, the name is Matani Pachedi. Its literal meaning is behind the goddess. It has a historic meaning as well, which Saurav is going to explain you later in the thematic part. Okay. Now, for the there's a wandering tribe called Wagris, which has been keeping a tradition of keeping this sacred alive for the last 300 years. Okay. This tradition of painting narrates the goddess Durga as the story, the local stories of goddess Durga in various incarnations called Matani Pachedi, which is in English translates to the idols behind goddess Durga. Okay, these are various forms of the Matani Pachedi art. The first one, as you can see, there are 2-3 paintings in a single artwork. There is a main Mata part, and there are small part which sort of tells the story. The other form, which is right to this, right to the first painting, it's a smaller version, and this contains only single painting in one artwork. The third one was the blocks. These are used to create the Matani painting in a artwork. Okay, this is a typical Matani Pachedi painting. You can see there is a central panel with Mata standing on a crocodile, and around her there are various small paintings which describes a local story. Okay, accompanying this imagery is taken from narratives from religious epics such as Purana, Veds, etc. Okay, now next is the semiotic analysis, which Raghav is going to explain.
Okay, in the semiotic analysis, we will be covering the coloring materials and the block stuff. So first, I will be covering the color and the hues stuff. There are basically 3 types of hues in the painting. The one is the maroon, and the other is the black and white. For the maroon, we have the meaning depicting as Mother Earth, which you believe to possesses the healing powers. Black to ward off the evil eye and strengthen the divine energy. White, which stood up for the purity. Traditionally, maroon and black were the colors used, with the surface of the material as the third color. Maroon and the black are the vegetable dyes, which white are always used as a fabric. Colors are applied with locally made paint brushes, bamboo stylus, and at times with a cotton wool wig. Basically, these all are natural stuff, and we all use these are used in making the painting basic designs. Community inventory draws on the fabric and fills in the images by hand. Color scheme: Pachedi always paint with a broad border, termed as a lassa patti. You can also see them in the painting, which will be shown in the further presentation. After this comes a band of decorative linear patterns. This is the basic unique figure of the Matani Pachedi painting. Black not only used as a color but also as an outer lining of the icons and motifs. Filling in the motifs were sometimes replaced by linear work and pointillist imagery. Contrast between positive and negative space balance to the work. This is also used as giving the space geometry given in the figures. Now the material stuff, you can see that all the materials used in the Matani Pachedi is the natural one. That is, they are eco-friendly, and thus they are just derived from the natural resources which has been given upon the time. So the first one is the bamboo columns which have been used. So they are the different types with different broad needles. There have been different fabrics which have been used depending on the era in which the painting has been made, such as cotton, silk, and the khadi. The dyes are made out of the natural pigments. Now coming on the blocks, so these are the basic elements on which the painting has been built up. With the help of these blocks, multiple paintings can be replicated in an easier and a very modern fashion. So these have been used and they have been blocks for Paniharan women and Manan Peacock and Nani Ki Devi. They have been blocks for several elements in the painting, and this basically eases out the workload. Now this is also a typical Matani Pachedi painting. You can see the color scheme, the maroon, black and white, which I've already talked about. The white has been used in the base. The maroon has been used for signifying the coloring scheme, and warriors, musicians, women holding flowers and animals surrounding the central panel containing the Mata and is bordered with geometric and floral patterns.
Okay, now we move to iconic analysis.
Coming to iconic analysis, pachedi is a craft which is meant only for devotees of Gujarat. The boldness of the painting is reinforced by the starkness of red and black, which are the only colors used. The common motifs beside the deity are the lady with the flowers, the trumpeters, the animals such as bull, tiger, parrot and peacocks, and also the tree of life and various other animals also. Traditionally, pachedi has been an architectural rendering of temple at its center. Within the bold border, the painting is divided into 7 to 11 blocks, and each block consists of its own story, except the center. At the center, there is of course the deity. And pachedis are used in religious ceremonies and record the myths and legends associated with the living traditions of the people. The pattern form of the pachedi is always the same. The commanding figure of the goddess Durga in the center, which is powerful, stern, and with many hands. And in the hand there are weapons which brandishing to ward off the furies of evil. Under her is a mount or vehicle, which is usually a tiger, a crocodile, or any other animal. And in her procession are the attendant gods and worshippers.
Now coming to thematic analysis.
So this form of art basically originated 300 years ago, and it was first made by the nomadic tribes of Wagari who dwelled in Gujarat, and they are basically responsible, and it is because of them that this form of art is still alive today. Traditionally, 4 to 5 pieces of Matani pachedi are erected to form a temporary shrine which these tribe members used to worship. While the chitras were the artists who used to paint these shrines, Bhua used to be the priest who used to do the ritual ceremonies, and Jagaris were the singers who used to interpret these pachedis. This form of art was basically popular in Gujarat and its districts of Ahmedabad, Bhavnagar, Junagadh, Surendranagar, Patan district. So the studies show that there was a Devi Puja community which was not allowed to enter the temples. So they found a solution to it. They painted the paintings on a piece of cloth and worshipped them behind the temple. So this form of art became popular, and the textile worship became to be known as Matani Pachedi, or behind the goddess temple in English. Goddess Durga is at the center, and surrounding her is the motifs of deities, priests, devotees, animals. Often they performed garba, which is a traditional form of dance which people used to perform in order to worship their goddess Durga. Many legends are depicted in these pachedis, and they are usually derived from the Puranic myths. Goddess Durga finds an important place in the Gujarati society, and even today they are worshipped. These narrative paintings are produced during the Navratri season of festival. Now we come to the difference between the previously drawn paintings, and now the modern ones. They were before intricately hand painted, but now Matani Pachedi's paintings are now mostly block printed in order to reduce the cost. They were previously originally painted on the temporary shrines, but now the artists paint these paintings on the saris, stoles, or scarves and other pieces of cloth. Paintings are now infused with many hues in order to reach out to the urban audience. This craft is practiced by the Chitra community, and men folk generally do the outline of the painting, whereas women contribute towards the more elaborate and intricate part of the painting. As you can see in this picture, the woman is doing some intricate filling the paintings with some colors, maroon.
Okay, thank you for the presentation.